going to take care of me? I turned 40 last year and I never really thought about I don't have kids. And now my grandma's sick and I'm in this family group chat with 11 family members. My grandma had 8 children. She's in Chicago. All my aunties and uncles are all in Chicago. I'm in Dallas. So I'm in the group chat and it's like, well, who's taking night shift? Grandma's in the hospital. Who's coming tonight? Who's checking her medication? Who's taking her to the doctor's office? She can't walk. Who's ordering the medical supply? I'm a little concerned because I don't have kids. And
congratulations, you played yourself.
Who is going to be looking out for me when I'm older?
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined by my co-host,
JD.
So, what are we talking about today?
I'm 40 and lonely. Who will take care of me when I'm old?
Anyways, we'll have the discussion. We got 3 clips for you today. Let's waste no time. Let's jump right in. Here's clip number 1.
Women should date multiple men at a time to explore their options. What I thought. So I'm gonna start with Curls for Life first. Go ahead.
I think they should.
And you see something, you know you don't fucked up, right?
No.
Respectfully, though, just because you date doesn't mean you have to sleep with people. You know what I mean? And men do it. Men will serial date as many women, and they make sure women prove who is the best before they choose you. And not to say, again, because I think sometimes when men hear that, they automatically think that means you got to put out. Go out on dates, get to know men, and decide if that's somebody you even see that you want to be around. Because a lot of never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But sometimes you can get caught up and you might put all your eggs in one basket, and then you find out a few weeks later that he's trash, that he's broke, that's not his car, that, a bunch of different other stuff. So just, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna go to Pearl next on that one. Women should date multiple men at times to explore their options.
That's not his car. Has that happened to you?
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Is that you being funny? Or was that a genuine
No,
question?
I was just asking. I've just never heard of that. No, I was just asking. I've never heard of he picks you up in a car.
Okay.
That's not.
I mean, you can answer the question. I wasn't answering you.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just asking.
Hey, this tonight, you can be rude as you want to be.
Oh my gosh. So wait, what was the question? No, I mean, I just feel like men look for loyalty. So if you're dating a bunch of guys at the same time, I think guys kind of want to be they kind of like it when your attention is focused on them. So I don't know. I don't think it's that good to date multiple people at the same time. But if a guy's not giving you attention to the point that it's plan A attention, I think you should probably just find a different guy to date.
Okay. All right, Siobhan, what are your thoughts about it? Women should date multiple men at a time to explore their options.
Hell yeah. You got to. You got to talk to more than one person, because if you don't, okay, especially, I guess it depends what age too. So if you're younger, of course we're going to talk to multiple people. You just have to. We're in an age where people serial date, okay? We are. Have some fun. Maybe you can have somebody that you're, laying down with, and another one to take you out, and then another one to do this and have fun.
She belongs to the street.
Different, even our friends, we have friends that are like that. You can only go to the club with this person, or, this and that. It's the same thing.
Okay, that's the end of that clip.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 parts to this clip. We're going to break down this part, this first segment, and then we'll unpack the other one as well. Ladies first. What's it? I have my thoughts.
Uh-huh.
But, what do you want to add?
Well, what I would say is, okay, let's go to the question. Should women date multiple men at the same time? I don't think so, no.
Why?
Think because you're giving your attention to multiple people at the same time. How can you say I'm getting to know someone properly if you're talking to multiple people. I think you can't properly. So I just think you should date at one man at a time. That way you can get to know them properly. Okay, let me give you an example. One of the women said about what Pearl was trying to her slide this, right? So one of the women was saying
funny, though.
was saying about
She done it so subtly.
she don't the guy, you find out that the guy is not even his car, right? And whatever else she said, right?
Has that ever happened to you?
That hasn't happened to me. Never, no. But I'm just saying, right? You would know certain things if you put your full attention into that one person. Now, she didn't know why she didn't know about that and found out later on because you're talking to too many people. If you focus on one person and that way you can get to know them properly, you have conversations with them, you meet them quite a few times. That's when you typically may see some red flags maybe, or say you don't see red flags, but you're giving that person your full attention. If you're giving 20 men your attention,
So
if you're sharing your attention, exactly, how would you know what this guy's doing or what that guy's doing properly? You're not going to know.
Women...
That's how you can bypass red
women
flags.
often say, I got my degree.
So?
They've got all these accolades and all these things, right? Now, it's funny how you can be book smart and people dumb. And I say that to say this, right? Common sense ain't common. So why would a man want to date a woman talking to multiple men? Off the rip, you're already telling me I'm not serious. You're already showing me that you're disloyal. And just like to piggyback of what you just said, you're allocating your time to whoever. You're not giving me your 100% attention. And the more attention I get from you is based on what I can give you. That's what I'm seeing so far.
Yes, from what the other woman said, you'll go out with this guy to get food, you go out with that guy to go cinema, you go out with that guy to get whatever it is she said.
Yeah.
Go back on the clip, you'll hear what she says. But that's my point. You're just using guys for what you can get from them at that time. So then you're not serious. So then when guys come along and say, oh, you're not serious, I ain't taking you seriously, you can't be like, oh, I can't believe he's not taking me seriously.
These women, they do want a relationship, but they believe that they decide on when they get married or some form of serious commitment.
Women
when
don't
that's not the
decide that.
case. You're the gatekeepers to bedroom fun, believe it or not. So guys can pander to you, guys can slide up in your DMs and they can whisper sweet nothings in your ear, but when it's all said and done, it's that guy, that's going to determine whether you get a relationship or marriage, or
exactly,
believe it or not, that's the case.
It is. And I think as well, like, why do so many women compare themselves to men? You're not men. If a man dates multiple women, for whatever reason he does it for, it doesn't affect him like it affects you. Do you see what I mean? And I'm not saying that men should necessarily date multiple people in that way, because it's like a similar thing that I've worried around. If you're not giving your attention, you're giving your attention to 20 women, how could you really get to know that woman?
I don't know.
Do you see what I mean? Look,
a guy can meet a woman, right? He puts women in certain categories, just like women do with men. We all do it. We all judge people, right? But you really know certain women. For me personally, because I'm a seasoned vet, right? So I would know in about 5 minutes or so if I would wife a chick.
But that's different though, because what I mean by that is, everyone puts people in categories, like you said. Men will put women in categories of, she's just a smash. She's this group of girls is this. These women are more take seriously. Do you know what I mean? Even though you're putting these women in categories, you're still, say you're talking to a good like 10 women at the same time. But we're talking about dating, so you're physically going to see them. So you're dating these amount of women.
More time. Okay.
Talking is different.
I do believe a lot of guys do want relationships, but for the most part, when guys are trying to date, really and truly, they're trying to get the guts. without having to give the woman the commitment for it. So that's why I think it is more time at the end of the day. I just think that if you're giving numerous men your attention, you don't really get to know that person. And I hear what you're saying as far as, it does go both ways. I'm not saying it don't. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm just saying that with women that have that mentality like a dude, you already kind of know where it is with women like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's why I said for women to stop comparing themselves to men, because it affects you differently. If a woman may say to the guy, you're not serious because you're chatting to all these other girls and I'm on you, like I like you like that, and I'm showing you all the things,
Listen,
that you want or whatever.
They don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't. But I'm saying a woman can say, like, no, you're not serious, man. You're chatting to. That's why I said it can kind of go both ways.
A woman, whenever a woman is trying to get to know a guy like that, best believe he's got other women. You're in competition.
Yeah, you are.
Real women understand that. They're not going to say, oh, I'm not going to fight for some man. That's not their mentality. They already know it's the kind of guy that you want. Other women want him.
Exactly.
I've got to do what I need to do. If that one guy's in the room and there's other women in that room, you got to do what you need to do to obtain that
Pick
guy.
me.
You can call it what it is.
Pick me.
That woman's going to get picked. I'll just say this. Final thing I'll say in regard to this clip is this. These women are talking about, like the guy paying for their dates and blah, blah, blah. But if the roles are reversed and they were the one paying for the dates, it'll be a totally different story.
They want to go on a date.
That's why that's why if they're serious. No, but that's how you know they're not serious. If they were serious, then they would
come
pay.
out their pocket. Yeah.
Exactly. But when it's on someone else's dime, it's all good having five dates a week.
Can I just add this quickly? I think when women are serious and they really like a guy, they will pay the check. They will pay on a date and to see you again. You'll know when a woman's serious.
Look, I agree with that. I'll just say this. Men want to take care of you. Men want to take care of women. That's a natural thing inside them. But when you make me feel
used,
that you're trying to finesse me, telling me, when you're going to take me out? Are you going to pay for this? Let's go to, Sexy Fish up in Mayfair.
Sexy Fish.
Yeah, let's go to all these expensive restaurants. And then it's like, hey, you're trying to finesse me. Men want to look after you. It's just that some women, they're not good at the game and they show their true colors off the rip. You just have to just see it. And more men today are seeing they're seeing women for what they are. That's what it is. I'm not saying all are bad.
No.
But you know what I mean. Anyways, there's another part to that clip. Let's break it down. Here's clip number 2.
Okay. Coach K, what are your thoughts?
I don't think, what are the definitions? You know what I mean? I think if you're talking and then you find interest in someone that you want to court or date or whatever, I think you should do it one at a time, because our brains aren't supposed to multitask, because it's like you're giving a little bit of attention to all these different guys, and then in essence they're not getting your full attention, and then it's not going to work. You're kind of like setting yourself up for failure, I think. I think you should do it one at a time, get clear, get focused. And then if it doesn't work, then right out the gate, versus prolonging it when you would have known this from the start if you had focused on him and him only. So that's what I got.
All right, B. Taylor, what are your thoughts? Women should date multiple men at a time to explore their options.
So I've been in both situations. When I started dating, I would date one at a time, and I realized that didn't work for me personally because I get attached and I wear my heart on my sleeve. So I would get very upset if the guy didn't take me serious, or I found out he was talking to somebody else and I wasn't. I would feel some type of way. So to protect myself, to tell other women that are like me, I say it's okay to date other men. Now you're going to have a roster. I think it's safe to have a roster. You always going to have your favorite, and that's the one that you give the most attention to
what are
and
you
take
talking about,
serious.
man?
While the other ones, you kind of got them on standby, kind of texting them from time to time, especially when you're like by yourself and he tripping a little bit or something. You texting your other roster of men, to kind of keep you distracted. let the best man win, because when your favorite team player is not playing right, you kick him to the curb and upgrade somebody else.
Because I like you, girl. I like you. You took
But
Hold on.
if men look for loyalty, why would he take you serious if you have a
If
whole
he's looking for
roster of
loyalty,
people?
then he would commit to me. But I'm not
Right.
committing to anybody
Well, it's
that
kind
I'm
of like you have
dating.
to show him what he's gonna get.
But what's
So it's like
in a
if he's
roster,
getting
though?
this already, if he's already getting that like disloyalty before he's even in a relationship.
Disloyalty?
with
I don't
you.
owe no loyalty to no man I'm dating.
You're right. You don't owe it. It's not
Right.
like
And
he's
he
not.
don't owe me loyalty.
He's not entitled to it, but I think he's more likely to give it to you if you're
No,
loyal.
I'm telling you, I've been in both situations.
Okay.
Can I please?
That's the end of that clip. Like I said before, common sense ain't common.
No, please. Can I listen?
Free man cook.
This is why all of you heifers, right, are still single. This is the reason you keep playing these dumbass games, right? You're acting childish. The reason why I say that, she is saying, even if she met a guy that kind of ticks all the boxes, right? He's doing what he needs to do while dating him, then you're saying you have to have your roster of other men. You're putting time, effort, energy into these other people who you don't want.
Yeah.
And then you're splitting that with the guy that you want to take seriously.
But
So then when he turns around and says to you,
you don't mind when they're all paying for you though.
no, but when he turns around, the one you want turns around and says, nah, you're all right.
They turn around.
You're not serious.
And then they go.
Then you want to be upset.
Men. Think about the times that we're in now, where you're hearing women say, "I've got rotations. I have a roster." These are things that men say. The women are acting like dudes today. That's masculine. See, the thing is this, right? Men ain't hoes. Men are hole makers. Right? If you think about that, right? It's the truth.
Repeat that.
See,
men aren't hoes.
Women, okay, I'll say it like this. Women ain't running through men. Men are running through women.
Well, obviously.
So women having rosters and rotations, they think they're like men. But men ain't hoes. Men are hole makers. So he's the one getting the guts. I'm gonna praise him for doing that because he got skills. He's getting the girl. It takes skills to get that. It's easy for you to bust it wide open. It takes skill for me to get it.
Okay.
It's the truth though. It's the truth though. But I'm just saying the mentality is masculine. Rotations. And then on top of that, you expect a dude to be loyal to you. You're showing him what he's gonna get.
Just like what Pearl said. Guys, even if you're not in a relationship with the guy, he wants to see that you would be loyal if you was in a relationship with him. He wants to see that.
He's got to see what he's gonna get. Come on, man.
So we've done podcasts before, right? And it was on a similar topic. And these women was talking about, if you went over to his place, would you like clean up his house? As in, say you see something out of line, would you pick it up or would you fold up clothes if you saw it? And stuff along those lines. Some of the women will say, no, why am I cleaning up his house for? Or whatever, we're dating or whatever the case may be, right? Some of the other women were saying, yeah, I'll just fold up things or whatever. And the reason why they said they will fold up clothes or whatever they saw was out of place is to show him, if we were together,
this is what they're gonna get.
Here's an example of what you would
basically stand out.
Exactly.
Be different.
Pick me. But anyway,
it's not even pick me. It's common sense.
They'll be called a pick me.
Because surely, okay, if you understand dating men and women, right? The men that most women want can get a lot of chicks. So you know, if you're holding at a guy and he's that kind of guy, he's on a certain level, you know he's gonna be chatting to a chick. You know he's smashing a chick. Trust me, he's doing that, right? But on the other hand, if the woman has a rotation of men, that man ain't gonna look at her for long-term commitment. He just wants to join the rotation as far as getting smashed. He's going to bust them cheeks, clap them cheeks. That's it.
Yeah.
Wife, that's out the window.
Out the window,
That's
definitely.
a no-go because she's already telling me what it is.
Yeah.
But then you explain that to these women, they come with a mentality whenever they enter a relationship, even in the beginning stages, 1 foot in, 1 foot out on that defense business. Then they wonder why they're not getting the outcomes that they want.
It's not hard to figure out though. Like, okay, a lot of women, they're attention whores, right? Let's just be honest. Because if you are chatting or dating to multiple men at a time, it's attention you want. What else is it? You want attention and you want him to get you things, or you want to get whatever you can out of him. And for the most part, you want his attention. You just want men's attention. And yeah, it's all good, get your attention, but you can't sit and say, I'm serious about dating. I'm giving it my full...
Well, they're giving it a small percentage, that 10%
Exactly.
maybe. And that depends on the rotation. If they've got 10 man, it might be 10% each, 5% each, depending on who's giving what.
10 man is being nice. They're chatting to like 20 man.
I'm just saying this.
They're chatting to 20, they're chatting to 50 man on the phone and dating 20.
Yeah. That's why you get the fellas, that's why you're going to get the short responses, not responding in a timely manner. I'll just say this, right? Are these the queens men are supposed to marry? Now, if you look at black folks as a group, right? On that panel were 2 white chicks, Pearly Things and the other lady, right? They got it. That's what I saw. They got it. But the other women on that panel did not get it. And when they were speaking, they was acting as if it was a feather in the hat moment, as if it was a drop the mic moment. Yeah. I know. Listen,
it's not cute. It's
but they think they said something dope, and it's like
you didn't.
You made these 2 white little Beckys
look better than you.
That's from whatever parts of the country of America or whatever, right? Where they ain't not really popping over there. Show you that, yo, this is basics. It's like, come on. I'm just saying, as a group of black folks, they wonder why people look at us as a laughing stock. This is one of the reasons. I couldn't help but see that.
And me too.
I couldn't help but see it.
Me
and
as
I had
well.
to highlight that. People, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's my thought on that. What do you want to add before we jump to the next clip?
Yeah, I would just say in conclusion to both clips we just watched, I would just say to date a one man at a time. Stop dating multiple men. They will take you more seriously.
You're right. They're not gonna do that. Anyways,
I don't get.
Let's see what's happening with a 40-year-old. Let's see what's her problem. Anyway, here's clip number 3.
Who's going to take care of me? I turned 40 last year, and I never really thought about, like, I don't have kids. And now my grandma's sick, and I'm in this family group chat with 11 family members. My grandma had 8 children. She's in Chicago. All my aunties and uncles are all in Chicago. I'm in Dallas. So I'm in a group chat, and it's like, well, who's taking night shift? Grandma's in the hospital. Who's coming tonight? Who's checking her medication? Who's taking her to the doctor's office? She can't walk. Who's ordering the medical supply? I'm a little concerned because I don't have kids, and
congratulations, you played yourself.
Who is going to be looking out for me when I'm older? I've always like dated people who had kids, no problem. I just never had like that itch to have kids. And I did date someone who had a vasectomy for a long time. I'm just like having a little panic attack.
Now you see something. You know you done fucked up, right?
No.
And I never really thought about this before.
Okay. Sometimes when I hear these kinds of things, the first thing that comes to my mind is the person trolling? Are they being serious? Because you're telling me you've gone through 40 years of life and it just dawned on you at 40.
But it dawned on her through a situation.
Oh, so it dawned on her. Oh, I don't have kids. Like it's some joke. And I think, are they trolling? I understand when you used to, when you watch Kevin Samuels and then some of the women call in and they say these outrageous things that we've just heard, some silly BS, right? And then he goes, "You'd think I paid these people? Are you trolling? Are you kidding? I didn't pay her. This is the reality." That's what I first thought. Then my second thought was, so modern women are very selfish. You want to have kids, not for the sake of lineage, family, all of those nice things. And you're a female, you can tell me what it is for you having a family. You can tell me that, right? But I'm saying you want to have children because you view them as a product to look after you. What if? So this is where you have women raising their sons as the son husbands. They're in competition with their own daughters. This is where all these things come from. And then again, as a group, this is the dysfunction. They will just choose any dude for the sake of choosing that dude so he can impregnate them, throw him to the side, and then single motherhood. Then we wonder as a group why we're the laughing stock of the world. Because it's because of chicks like this. This is the mentality. This is the dysfunction.
Yep, I agree with you.
Yeah.
40 years of living and you couldn't figure out whether you wanted children or not. I'm not saying that every woman should have children. I'm just saying you should at least have figured it out whether you want them or not. A long time ago, before hitting 40 years old.
But she doesn't really want them though. She only wants them to take care of her.
Do you know who she reminds me of?
Who?
Megan Good. But anyway, so okay, you don't have to have kids, cool. But you are now thinking, oh, maybe I should have had children because my grandma had 8 children. And from her 8 children, they're looking after her. They're getting her what she needs because she's sick. She's not well.
Yeah, but I think what happened was it was that situation that kind of gave her the wake up call. But I also think that when looks fade, I'm not getting hollered at as much as I once did. All of those things, it mixed in a pot, is a recipe for, hey.
She's not an ugly woman.
No.
And she looks quite good for her age,
A silly
I would
one,
say.
though.
I would say she looks quite good for her age. But I'm just saying, looks do fade. So you can feel, yeah, I'm hot. I still look like I'm 30, whatever. And I'm 40 years old. And you can feel however you want to feel. But the facts is the facts. The wall is a wall.
It don't push back the reality.
Exactly. So you're getting older. So a man comes along. Why would he want to date you? What can you offer him? Okay, you haven't given you haven't had children. Okay, cool. But you've been given your room out. Whether it produced a child or not is different. But what would a man want from a 40-year-old woman?
It's not even that. I just think the mentality of them, and you just see into that. I think most men want relationships. I think to a degree, some women do want relationships. They just want to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. That's why you hear the whole conditional femininity. That's why you're seeing the chameleon, the soft girl era, women pretending to be nice and these soft women just to get what they want. So now a woman like this, she wants children to look after her. I'm sure she got some simp or some dude in her friend zone that, you know, she's going to do the praying mantis. She's going to do the whole soft girl era, rope him in, get what she wants, and then she's going to kick him to the side, take him for half. He's got to pay money, alimony, whatever, for 18 years. We're seeing it now. That's why they censor male spaces, because we speak about things like this. And this is a reality. I'm not saying that all men are perfect. No. I'm just speaking on this video and saying, look, that's why you're getting women do the soft girl era. That's why you're hearing conditional femininity. This is what it is.
Yeah, I just don't understand how women, as a woman, you wouldn't want children. For me, that's just crazy. That's just me personally.
Yeah, each of their own. Yeah.
I just don't understand how you wouldn't want to have children. Like, that's something we can do. Men can't do that. It's something only a woman can do. And you don't want to experience having a child and nurturing and caring for that child. For me, I just don't get it, but to each their own.
I just say, why do they learn so late? If they ever learn. A lot of them don't learn. And I'm just saying, this is why you're seeing the single parent households, the rise on that because of these situations. And yeah, okay, maybe not all people want to have children. That's fine. I'm just saying, some women have them, and you can't look after them. You're gonna be some subpar parent. You only want them because they're a product. You don't view them even as human beings. And then before you know it, the cycle continues. That's just my thought on it. But people put in the comments below, what's some of your thoughts? What do you think about this? Some ladies, maybe you're not unsure. You're thinking, do I want to have children? Maybe you have to freeze some eggs. But at least, listen.
But why even go
Listen,
to that
you could say that, but some people are unsure. That's what I'm saying. So it's a conversation. So let us know some of your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yep.
That's my final thoughts. Do you want to add anything more?
Nope.
And that being said, see you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.